Hey everyone, I'm meteorologist Hannah Dennis, and unfortunately we do have the potential to see some storms again tonight, but there are going to be some drier days ahead. But those temperatures are definitely going to be warming up. But a quick little check on the tropics here. Tropical Storm Beryl is expected to become a Category 1 hurricane right before it hits the coast of Texas. And then it'll take a northeast path going all the way up through the U.S. But there is the potential that the southeast corner of Iowa will actually get to see a little bit of rain from this tropical storm. So that is a little interesting, but we're not going to see any hurricane force winds or tropical storm force winds or anything like that. It'll just be some rain. So it's not anything that we need, but it is a little bit interesting. But tonight we are going to have the potential to see some storms coming through. It's looking at 5 p.m. and we'll go through a little bit going into 7 p.m. You can see this cluster of thunderstorms does come up from the south, and then we have another set of thunderstorms coming across from the west part of the U.S. and then you'll see that they kind of come together a little bit going into tonight. This is looking at 10 p.m. They almost want to form a line as it's coming across, and there is the potential that some of these could be on the stronger side and hold some hail or have gusty winds, but that is the most that we are seeing with these storms so far, so that is some good news. But this will move on through and let us have a drier day tomorrow. However, tomorrow we could see a stray shower or two, but it's not going to be anything too crazy. Now tonight there is that level 1 risk for severe weather, and that's where we could possibly see those storms turn to the stronger side and have a little bit of hail and a little bit of gusty winds at the most. So there is a potential that we could see those severe thunderstorm warnings go into effect going into tonight in some parts of the state. Now, as far as rain goes, going from tonight all the way to Friday night, we're not going to see too much, but all the state does get to see a little bit of something. Some of us may see upwards of 1, closer to 2 inches, but that's going to stay off towards the west and south sides of the state. But for the most part, it's going to be a little bit of rain. It's not going to be a big rain event, which is good because we are seeing improvements in the river flooding. Humboldt now is in that minor flood stage through the week, so that is some good news. They went from major flooding last week all the way down to minor flooding. Fort Dodge is still in that minor flood stage until Thursday. They could be seeing improvements then. Stratford is expected to crest on Tuesday at 18 feet, but it's still going to stay right below flooding stage, and then it's going to start leveling off again. And Saylorville is still expected to crest on Thursday at 878 feet, which is 6 feet below the spillway level. So that is some good news as well. However, our temperatures are going to get a little bit warm. Going into this week, you can see we get those mid to upper 80s. However, going into the weekend, that's when it starts getting hotter. That's when we're going to see it get a little bit more humid, and it's going to feel pretty warm. You can see Saturday could feel like it's getting close to the hundreds. So definitely remember, if you're going to be out next weekend, drink lots of water. Now tonight we are going to get down to 65 degrees. We'll have a bit of a stormy night until those storms move out. Small hail and gusty winds are possible with some of those storms. And then tomorrow, a mostly dry day, 84 degrees. We could see a stray shower or two across the state, if that. And then we move into a bigger, drier stretch going into this week. Wednesday and Thursday, there is a potential to see some storms pop up in the afternoon, but that is still just a small chance right now. However, you can see that our temperatures do go up into those 90s going into next weekend, and we kind of hold them going into the first part of next week. So expect hotter conditions going into next weekend, but at least we'll have those drier conditions going into this week.